Hi there. In this vlog, I'm going to expand on the point of how consciousness evolution within and as spirituality and ascension is essentially byproduct of the age of consumerism, where if we, for instance, have a look at and watch the documentary The Century of Self by the BBC, I will share the link in the description box so you can have a look. We can see that spirituality, as in the New Age, has primarily begun around the 70s with basically the dawn of the age of consumerism. I mean, before that, there was not really much ado around spirituality as there is and consciousness as there is today. I mean, today when you have a look on YouTube and like new magazines that are coming out and new television programs, it's a lot around spirituality and as apparently this belief within humanity that this is the next step in human evolution. And on YouTube there's a lot of videos about ascension and like using words and statements like finding your true self, finding your inner spirit, or becoming your true self, or finding inner peace and bliss and happiness and love and whatnot. So this wasn't always like that. And the fascinating point to look at here is that spirituality and this idea of spirituality came came up in society parallel with the upcoming of consumerism. And this is a very fascinating point because what is spirituality and what is consciousness, and this whole idea of the evolution of consciousness? Within and as, for instance, visualization, meditation, raising your vibration, raising your frequency. It's like going higher up. It's going higher within yourself and within your energetic experience within yourself. Now, if you have a look at consumerism, what does consumerism do? It generates good feelings and it supports the constant exhilaration and excitement within the human beings. If you have a look at how we are pampering our children with television and toys and all these consumer products and clothes and gadgets and cell phones and televisions and all this stuff that is just being thrown at them all the time, it's creating these energetic monsters basically that are constantly looking for a new high, a new excitement, a new drug in the form of some kind of toy or some kind of pill or some kind of experience. And you know that within this, consumerism is actually exactly the same as spirituality, which is the raising your vibration, raising your energy, becoming excited and going up within yourself. And now the only difference is that what spirituality has done, is actually internalize consumerism within this idea of, we don't need products to be able to feel this excitement. We don't need these consumerism products. We'll just feel the excitement within ourselves and we'll just raise the vibration within ourselves through meditating and through all sorts of techniques wherein we are able to generate this constant excitement basically and generate all these positive experiences of love and bliss and happiness all the time within ourselves. We don't need any products to do that for us. So within this, if you have some common sense, it should be apparent that spirituality and the apparent evolution of consciousness is nothing but a byproduct of consumerism, where we have basically simply become addicted to energy, addicted to a high energy, a constant experience of energy. Yeah, and So the question within this to ask ourselves is, why do we, or how have we become so addicted to energy? How is it and why is it that we believe that we in some way need to experience this high energy, that we need to experience love and happiness and bliss all the time? And I mean, this is also because of how we were basically trained, like this generation who has been born into the system of consumerism from birth and have basically completely been brainwashed and programmed into this constantly feeling excited, constantly getting stuff and products and rewards, constantly feeling positive, constantly having to have this energetic fix. You know, how we have been brainwashed by this system to actually believe that this energy, that this excitement over presence and God knows what, is who we really are. So spirituality is just the result of that, where we have actually defined ourselves within this energetic excitement, where we now internalize that and actually believe that this excitement is who we are, and so we want to constantly raise our vibration and experience this excitement all the time within ourselves, within an S spirituality. Whereas actually, if you have a look at how human beings lived before that, it was actually quite a simple life, just working the earth, working the land, and just living basically with and working with what is here practically in this world. There was no television, there was nothing to feel excited about, so people didn't really go looking for that kind of spirituality concept of raising your vibration. And that's the interesting aspect and point and part about how the consumerist society has completely formed us as beings within who we believe ourselves to be, wherein we've never actually considered stepping back and looking at the origin point and realizing how we came to be this way, and ask ourselves the question of, is this really who we are? Is this really who I am? By not looking at the past and by not investigating ourselves or society, or not even considering that maybe we are simply the product of the society and the environment that we've been born into. By having no clear insight in how the human mind actually works as a programmable system that is basically programmed within thoughts, feelings, and emotions as energetic experiences and reactions by the environment. And so within this vlog, I would basically like to point out that spirituality and the evolution of consciousness as energy is simply not actually real. All we've done is taken this inner excitement to the next level, wherein we basically completely have disconnected ourselves from the earth, because we're not used to be practical anymore. We're not working the land. We don't have to work the land anymore. You know, we don't have to actually occupy ourselves with or concern ourselves with these practical things, because we have all the corporations, all the businesses, all the workers in the factories making all the products for us, and we're just buying everything that we need. We don't actually have to do it ourselves anymore, and so we've simply completely lost all and any touch with what is actually physically real, and have locked ourselves up into this inner personal experience of excitement, believing that that is who we really are, when the reality of it is that it's simply all we've ever known. We don't, it's like we are locked in this box and we've never been outside the box, so we believe that this is all there is and this is who we really are, because we've never really known anything but this excitement since we came into this world, as what has been fed to us by our environment through, for instance, television and presence and products and attention and like all the Hollywood aspects that are being played out in this world through the media and even through school and all the different kinds of holidays like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, so I would, in this, suggest to each one who has a little bit of common sense within them to actually be able to see this point and realize that, I mean, there's so much more to who we are and reality that we've never even considered, to go and investigate Destiny at the Destiny website. I will place the link below, wherein we have, as human beings, taken it upon ourselves to actually investigate ourselves and to basically not simply accept this point of energy as beliefs about who we are as apparently consciousness evolution, but to question reality, to question ourselves within the realization that there is so much that actually exists of which we're not even the slightest bit aware. I mean, for instance, do you even know where your energy comes from? Do you even know where your physical body comes from? Do you even know anything of how this whole society that we have today, or your own personal life, how any of it really functions, came into being, why it is here, how it exists, how your physical body even exists? I mean, are you aware of every cell in your physical body? No, you're not. You're only aware of this energy that you believe yourself to be, not even knowing where it really comes from and how or why it is that apparently you are this energy. You've just accepted it because there exists this concept of spirituality and the evolution of consciousness within society at this point, and so it's like another religion where human beings hear something, they see something, and they simply blindly follow it within believing it and identifying themselves with it. And so if you're ready to free yourself from any religion, be it belief in God or belief in yourself, belief in energy, then I would suggest to investigate Destiny and step into the process of self-investigation and self-realization to actually earth yourself, to ground yourself back to earth within this physical reality, to get to know what is actually real and what is actually going on here, and realize that we have actually allowed ourselves as a society as a whole to become energy addicts, of which spirituality is nothing but the proof of that. We're energy addicts, constantly looking for a higher frequency. But is that really real? Is that really who we are? I mean, it's time to ask ourselves some questions here. So, thanks for listening. Bye.